The crowd went silent, not in awe, but in disbelief. Harry and Meghan's Humanitarian speech left the room frozen at the Project Healthy Minds Gala 2025. In today's commentary, we dive into one of the most uncomfortable red carpet moments of the year. The night Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were awarded Best Humanitarians of the Year, only for the audience to respond with dead silence and rising suspicion that the entire award was allegedly bought as a PR stunt. But before we unpack the tension, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Let's see which country had the loudest opinions on this night. The event, the Project Healthy Minds Gala 2025, New York's elite gathered for an evening celebrating mental health leadership. The attendees, CEOs, philanthropists, global activists, and of course, the Sussexes, dressed to the nines, walking hand in hand, smiling for every camera. The mission, to restore their public image, to remind the world that they still stood for compassion, empathy, and healing. But instead of applause, what they got was a wall of silence and side eyes that said everything words couldn't. "We're humbled to receive this recognition," Harry began, voice steady but eyes flickering. "Our journey has always been about shining a light on mental wellness." Meghan followed up, hands clasped dramatically. "When we face darkness, we find light together. Love wins. Every time." The line hung in the air. No cheers, no laughter, no standing ovation. Just a few polite claps. Even the host looked uncomfortable. "Thank you, Harry and Meghan, for that moving speech," she said, voice tight with hesitation. And just like that, the silence became the loudest headline of the night. But you haven't heard the craziest part. Because according to insiders, the award may not have been earned at all. Rumors began swirling even before the gala began. Multiple outlets, including Page Six and The Mirror, suggested that the Best Humanitarian award was allegedly arranged through a behind-the-scenes partnership contribution, a fancy phrase that insiders claim meant money changed hands. A staff member from the organization reportedly told a journalist off record, this wasn't merit-based. It was optics. They wanted their redemption headline. And if you think that's dramatic, data backs it up. A Brand Trust global analysis of social media reactions showed that over 68% of posts about the gala questioned the award's legitimacy. It was like watching a beauty pageant where the winner's name was already printed before the contest began. Everything looked polished until the audience realized crown didn't fit. Then came the first major red flag. A leaked donor list revealed that Archwell Foundation, the Sussexes' own nonprofit, had made a significant contribution to the same organization hosting the gala just weeks prior. Coincidence? Maybe, but fans weren't buying it. So they donate, they win, and they speechify about compassion? One viewer posted, "That's not charity. That's choreography." The irony was impossible to ignore. For a couple once hailed as symbols of authenticity and courage, the entire moment reeked of over-rehearsed self-branding. Harry looked tense, Meghan looked theatrical, as if she were auditioning for the role of world's most misunderstood woman. And the audience? They simply didn't buy it. One attendee later told the New York Gazette, "The room went quiet because nobody felt moved. It was like watching an infomercial for empathy. Even the applause that followed felt reluctant, as if the guests clapped not out of inspiration, but obligation." Within hours, the clip of their speech went viral. #AwardGate trended worldwide. YouTube commentary channels flooded with reaction videos titled, "The Awkward Silence That Broke the Sussex Spell." TikTok users stitched the footage with captions like, "Even the audience had enough." By midnight, Variety published an article with the headline, "Royal Couple's Humanitarian Speech Meets Chilly Reception." But that wasn't the end of it. Just as the PR storm reached its peak, new audio from the gala's after-party leaked. And what it captured between Meghan, Harry, and a senior event organizer flipped the entire narrative upside down. The silence that followed their speech wasn't just awkward, it was deafening. In today's commentary, new details from insiders and leaked audio suggest that what happened after the Project Healthy Minds Gala might have been even more humiliating than what the cameras caught. According to the New York Herald, moments after the couple left the stage, the event's production team could be heard whispering behind the curtains. "Was that it?" one asked. "It didn't land," another replied. But the real shock came when a short clip surfaced online. reportedly recorded by a staffer, capturing Meghan in a heated exchange with a senior organizer near the backstage exit. "We were told there would be a full standing ovation," Meghan allegedly said, audibly frustrated. The organizer calmly replied, "We don't control audience reactions, ma'am." That line, "We don't control audience reactions," spread like wildfire. It became the viral quote that defined the entire evening. The public response was brutal. Fans accused the couple of trying to stage-manage sincerity. Critics said the moment exposed a growing disconnect between their message and their methods. "How do you preach humility while negotiating applause?" One ex-user posted. Another added, "They've turned empathy into an ego exercise." Within 48 hours, the hashtag SilentGala trended across platforms, pulling in more than 60 million views on TikTok and YouTube combined. And then came the receipts. Again, financial records revealed that Archwell's Mental Wellness Impact Fund had indeed donated a large sum, reportedly over $250,000, to the same foundation hosting the gala less than 2 months before the event. Officially, the donation was for strategic partnership in global mental health advocacy. Unofficially, critics called it the entry fee for a trophy. It was like watching a celebrity buy front row tickets to their own concert, then demand the audience cheer louder. Then, an anonymous insider from within the organization allegedly told Page Six there was heavy pressure to give them a major recognition. It was seen as mutually beneficial, visibility for us, credibility for them. That single statement tore the internet apart. Supporters of Harry and Meghan argued the couple had been targeted unfairly, while skeptics doubled down, calling the award PR charity theater. One YouTube commentator summed it up perfectly. They didn't buy an award. They bought applause and couldn't even get that. What hit hardest wasn't the scandal itself. It was the emptiness of the moment. There they stood, once the most beloved couple in modern royal history, now visibly fighting for relevance in a room full of polite silence. Harry's smile faltered. Meghan's expression stiffened. It was empathy turned into exposure, a metaphor for their entire public journey. "They wanted to remind us they're human," one columnist wrote. Instead, they reminded us how disconnected they become. Even their body language told the story. Harry looked down more than he looked out. Meghan's hand gripped the microphone like it was a lifeline. The glamour was there, but the magic was gone. Within 24 hours, the internet had decided. Hashtag bought the award, hashtag SilentGala, and hashtag PR Humanitarians were trending in 28 countries. Media outlets across the spectrum picked it up. The Telegraph, a speech that stunned, but not how they hoped. Online, Harry and Meghan's gala goes cold. Vanity Fair, silence is a new boo. And a clip of Meghan saying love wins every time became the punchline to endless parody edits, each one ending with the audience's motionless faces. In the days that followed, the Sussexes team scrambled. Archwell quietly edited their social posts, turning off comments under their gala announcement. Their spokesperson released a vague statement thanking those who continue to support our mission for wellness and compassion. But public trust had already fractured. Even sympathizers admitted the couple seemed trapped in the same cycle, preaching authenticity while performing it. One cultural critic on the Viewpoint Review said it best: "You can't buy compassion points. The world's empathy isn't for sale." And perhaps that's the ultimate irony. The more they chase validation, the less of it they seem to find. When even applause feels rehearsed, silence becomes the most honest response. If you thought that was wild, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. Do you think the Sussexes PR redemption era is officially over? Wait till you see what was caught off camera after that awkward silence. The exchange between Meghan, Harry, and one furious event organizer might just be their most revealing moment yet.